right, thanks for coming, guys. Our team, I think, is really excited about this game this week. We had a tremendous practice Sunday night. The week off was really good for us. It was much needed. We've had so many injuries in the 7-game stretch without a break. We were really beat up at that point. But that week off was good for us health-wise, and it was productive for us. So I think we'll be at full strength coming into this game. Larry Rose practiced Sunday night. Jaleel looked like his old self, was full speed for the first time in a long time. So I think we're going to have both offensive linemen were back. I think we're in really good shape health-wise. Really spirited practice Sunday, too. And we're going to need that because we're playing a great football team. Arkansas State's coming here with a lot of momentum, tremendous offensive team, really good defensive team. Obviously, we haven't been close to beating them the last couple of years. So it's a real challenge for our team and be a great team victory, which is going to take all of us to get this done, offensive, defense, and special teams. So, but it's a challenge we're looking forward to. So I hope a lot of people come out and give us some support. We need some spirit in this game and some mojo from the crowd, for lack of a better term. We need people here for this game to encourage these guys to play.
What about Stody, Coach?
Stody is the one guy that I think is probably a little bit questionable still. He has a neck stinger that's been slow to recover. I think he's going to try to do some things today, but he is the only guy that I think right now would be questionable.
App State, Troy, and Arkansas State have obviously, at least since you guys have been in the Sun Belt, have been kind of those top teams in the league. You almost beat both of them, so you have Arkansas State at home, so you probably feel like you can win this game, but it's just a matter of closing out in a big game like this.
Yeah, I think what's more important, our players feel like they can play with anybody, and hasn't been the case here in the past. How many important games have we played at the end of October here? So it's nice to have a big important game here and something that people are excited about. Obviously, our players are excited about. So, yeah, we think we can play with anybody, Jason. We've played the toughest schedule of anybody in the conference. When you look at the non-conference games we've played, the power conference teams, the 2 rival games, the 3 top teams in the Sun Belt. And I think we're the only team, I believe, that plays Troy, Arkansas State, and Appy State. I think we're the only team that plays all 3 of those. So that's an interesting coincidence. But anyway, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to this challenge, and I know our players are excited.
Do you think, I know that there's really, all you can do is, get your team ready to play, but do you think, being away from Las Cruces for a month, hopefully people, will still come out, I guess? What kind of...
Man, I hope they remember we have a team. It seems like forever since we played a home game, and I think this is our only home game in October. So, again, that schedule is not, they didn't do us any favors with that. But, people keep telling me, I'm locked in my office. I don't come out except for practice, so I don't know what's going on around town. But people tell me there's a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement about the team, and I hope that's true, and it should be. And I hope people come out and see a great football game. There's a lot of reasons to come and see us play. Obviously this is a top team coming in here to play against us. But when you look at, Larry Rose is in his senior year, Jaleel Scott and what he's doing this year, that's worth the admission right there. The year Tyler's having, our defense is much better. There's a lot of good things going on here.
They have the defensive lineman Jones. Where does he line up? Do they move him around?
Yeah, they do a nice job they play a lot of defensive linemen, first of all, but they do move him around. And that's the primary concern with them is the defensive line, particularly the 2 edge rushers. And when you look at teams that get one-dimensional and are just throwing drop-back pass after drop-back pass struggle against Arkansas State because those guys can lay their ears back and just rush the passer, and it's tough on your offensive tackles. Those guys are really talented. So we have to do a nice job of mixing up play calling and give those guys different looks and make them defend different things instead of just being able to rush the passer all day.
Do they blitz a lot, or is it just
No, they're not much of a blitz team really at all. It's really but they get the pressure with that front 4. They're really big in the middle, and the 2 edge guys are really speed rushers. They have tremendous speed out there, so they can get there with 4.
Your offensive linemen have played against the big schools, defensive line and stuff. But what have you noticed about the Jones kid? I think he's 8 sacks away from an FBS record or something.
Yeah, it's speed. You know, he plays with tremendous speed and leverage, and he's got a great motor. You know, every play is like his hair's on fire. So, you know, I think he's just really gifted athletically. And if you get a lot of one-on-one matchups, it's hard.
Do you expect I mean, it'd be nice that they have a defense. You guys play well defensively, but I think with the two of the best teams and the two of the best offenses in the Sun Belt, like, is it going to be some points scored on Saturday probably?
Well, it's going to be hard. You're not going to shut Arkansas State out. I mean, their offense is too good to do that. So you've got to score points to beat them. And you've got to score points and answer scores. You know, when they score, we have to put some type of an answer up. If not, you start to fall so far behind, you have to throw the ball all the time, you become one-dimensional, and then those defensive linemen have a field day. So it's really important that we get off to a fast start. It's important that we score early and that we keep ourselves in the game and get it into the fourth quarter because, you know, again, you're not just going to blow them out. This is going to be for us to be successful in this game, it's got to be tight in the fourth quarter, and we have to close it out.
What I see as an irony is the fact that your passing game kind of sets up Larry's running this year. Larry was the focal point his first 2 years, and now he's like a counterpunch. Do you see the irony there, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting, Jack. You know, we started back in the spring, you know, with our wide receivers and just the talent we had gathered at the wide receiver position. We really felt like we could match up with anybody on the outside and cause problems for people, especially the way Tyler can throw the ball. So it has developed into that style of offense, which I'm very comfortable with and don't have any problem with that at all. I think it is important in this game for us to be very effective running the ball. You know, Jason and Larry have got to have big games for us. Not that has to be a certain number of yards, but the yards per carry have to be really good. We got to be productive because, again, we can't just become one-dimensional in this game.
Does Henson run the ball more than he has the past couple of years?
Yeah, especially the last game, you know. And I think he'd had a little back injury early in the season, maybe slowed down his running a little bit. And he's a big body. You know, I mean, he's really athletic and he's big. So that's another piece of their offense that's hard to defend. So you really have two running backs in the backfield with him and whoever else is back there. And then you have the threat of the run-pass option pass that they do a great job with. And the key for us is we've got to make those tight windows. You can't just sit there and let him throw wide open receivers on those run pass options. You got to get there and contest those throws.
All right. Danny, Ken, you got any questions?
Did you make any changes as far as in the kicking game at all?
Some personnel changes as far as coverage teams and some guys will be on there that have gotten healthy. And obviously Huntley can go back and return kickoffs again now for us and things like that. So a few minor changes there.
Is Boone going to play?
Yeah, Boone's cleared. He practiced Sunday and is good to go. Yep.
All right. Danny, Ken, you all set?
Yeah, one quick question. I'm sorry, go for it, Ken. Go, Ken. Go ahead. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to know that you, Coach, you talked a little bit about trying to get Larry and Jason into the game at the same time. Are they finally in a health position where you might be able to do that this week?
Yeah, I think they are, Ken. You know, obviously, again, Larry practiced really well Sunday. So this is the first time in a couple of weeks we've had both of them healthy. So, yeah, we certainly think we can do that.
Thank you.
All right. You all set?
Hey, Coach Danny, any concern on the receivers? I see the receiving core on big, tall guys. Is it any concern on that, or just trying to get to the quarterback Hanson before he really has time to set up and get to those big guys?
Yeah, the size of the receivers, you know, is a problem. And obviously we practice against Jalil every day, so our guys get, you know, some good work against a big receiver like that. And Greg Hogan and Jonathan Boone are all big receivers for us, so that's good work for our defensive backs. But they are going to be in some matchups with taller guys that are physical, and you know, we've got to play our best out there. And we have to get to the quarterback, which has not been easy for anybody to get to him. You know, he gets the ball out really quickly. He understands their passing game very well and doesn't take many sacks. So, you know, that's the dilemma is, you know, how do you get pressure on him and how do you cover those receivers long enough to get there?